All right, welcome back. This is chapter 9 of Revelation, verse 11. All right, I want to touch base because I guess I apologize I didn't get this out clear. I appreciate all of your opinions, and please continue to always give me your opinions. Always. Never hold that back. Of course, things can be added, things can be taken away, but I just feel that what I have presented has maybe missed the mark a little, and the evidence that I offer is really indisputable for how I'm stating it concerning that Leviathan is the Antichrist. It's right here in the scripture right in front of you. He will be given material form. These locusts will be the aliens that accompany him, and they do rise out of the dust, which is the 666 carbon atom material creation. That's what that symbolizes. They rise literally out of the dust of the earth, out of the carbon atoms, out of the material creation. They come from the material creation. They rise right up out of the bowels of it. And they have been tricking men on this earth, the occultic minded men, the mystery religion men and women of this earth, for thousands of years to perform the necessary ritual and ritual geometry, which has brought them to this point to where they could materialize in the flesh. Now that's what that's about. So what we have here is proof positive that the angel of the bottomless pit is the devil. Okay? This is verse 11, chapter 9, Revelation. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. Now Apollyon directly translates to devil, and we know that the devil is the prince of this earth. Christ has even declared him as the fallen prince of this world. And we know from the book of Enoch that they were cast into the inner earth, and that hurled stones were thrown upon them. Okay, so that is the crystal matrix in which their soul, their information, their consciousness has been maintained in. So great connection here. We have Apollyon that is directly connected to the locusts that come out of the inner earth. Now, here is what I guess I failed to point out, and I guess I just took it for granted that people would see this and automatically understand. We have chapter 27, verse 1 out of the book of Isaiah. Now listen to this. This is going to leave no doubt that we're talking about Leviathan as being the Antichrist. Here's the phraseology. In that day, the Lord, with his sore and great and strong sword, shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. Now that, my friends, is not anything to do with a volcano, and it has nothing to do with a gas platform. We're talking about in that day the Lord. This is Jesus Christ. In that day is the end times. So this is when Christ returns. He is going to destroy them with the brightness of his coming and the sword, which is the word that goes out of his mouth. He's not going to be destroying volcanoes with his word, and he's not going to be destroying gas platforms with his word. He is going to be destroying the Antichrist. The Antichrist destroys with his word. Christ is going to destroy him with his very own word. So, as we see here, in that day is directly referencing to our time now. And when Christ returns, it's saying here, who is he going to destroy? He's going to destroy Leviathan, the piercing serpent. Now that is in reference. Now this piercing serpent is in multiple layers. It references Kundalini as the serpent rising out of the head, and it also represents the Kundalini as the Antichrist rising up out of the earth and piercing through the material world. It also has a cosmic significance too, which I've related in another video. So Leviathan is even being called the dragon that is in the sea. Okay, now that is the Antichrist. I'll be back and explain.